So I'm having a chat with Ben of Acres. How are you?
Hello, mate. I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, yeah, not too bad. So the reason we're having a little chat is because you've got a new record on the way called Burning Throne, which is coming out in March. Tell us a little bit about the release.
Yeah, it's the the new record, the follow-up to Lonely World, which was out in 2019. It's been a while for us. We've just come back, we took a bit of a break during the pandemic for reasons, and then it's been great just to be releasing new music again and coming back with a new album.
Yeah, absolutely. And how does this record sound in comparison to your previous music that's been out?
Yeah, I've said it's like an evolution of Lonely World in a good way. Like we always said, we never wanted to write the same album or the same record twice. And like I said, during the pandemic, we were lucky enough to have the time to kind of write this album exactly how we wanted and spend the time on it, which we've never really had before. So it was nice in that sense. And I think this record it's a bit ballsier, which is great. There's kind of aspects of what Acres were doing years ago, which is cool. And then it's also kind of an evolution of the sound of Lonely World.
Yeah, good. And it's the first time you've written a record together as a four-piece. What's it been like?
Yeah, it was, well, so there was, like, Lonely World was me and our old guitarist, Theo. We mainly wrote that, and then Alex kind of changed his bits in the studio. Whereas this time it was just me and Alex. So we we were writing over Zoom and over calls, and Alex was giving these demos, and we wrote probably 90% of the album, just me and him, which again is why it's quite cool, because it's an evolution. It sounds like Acres still, but it's kind of had a different Acres writer. So that was the kind of beauty of this one. But 90% of it was done with us, and then the boys in the studio came in and kind of did their thing. So yeah, like it's a similar process, and we've always found that process works better for us. And I know some bands do it in a practice room, but it's always been quite a nice, natural way for us to do it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And you must have written more than what is going to be coming out onto this record. So what happens with those tracks now? Are they considered again for future releases, or are they simply binned off and try again next time round?
There's probably 15 instrumental demos that didn't make it. So when we first got into the process of this new one, Alex we were still discovering and trying to find how we wanted to sound and how we wanted this record to sound, because I think me and Alex were almost miles apart on what we wanted to do. So Alex must have had about 15 demos sent over that we were like, no. And then we finally, I think the first track we agreed on was actually Burning Throne. So we have some other stuff for this record lined up for the rest of the year. So maybe some of those tracks will appear somewhere in the future, but I doubt they would make it onto a new record, but maybe somewhere in the cycle they'll come out.
Good, excellent. And off the back of this record, you're heading out on the road. I bet you can't wait to be touring again.
Yeah, we're really stoked. We just got it was announced last week actually, the Dayseeker tour in the UK, which is great because I'm a big fan of the band, and I know the boys are a really big fan of Dayseeker.
Yeah, and obviously we're heading into festival season as well. What's the plan for festivals this year? Is it going to be a busy one?
Yeah, well, I'm having a baby in April, so it's kind of, I've had to take a little bit of downtime just during this period of the band. So I think we're hoping to hit a few things. I'm not sure how busy we'll be able to be this year on them, just purely because of the baby. But yeah, we're hoping to do it. We have a few things coming up, so yeah.
Getting all the sleep in now before the baby arrives.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I've got a couple of months yet, so it's a lot of flat pack furniture at the moment and get ready.
Good. And you've obviously been touring for many years now. What's kind of where do you want to be playing that you maybe not have played before?
I think we really want to go to America. There's kind of, the fans have been asking us in America to come over for a while, and I think we're now properly trying to take the steps to be able to come over and play some shows. I don't know on what scale or who with what form, but we are looking to come over possibly in 24, something like that, or the end of the year. So that's kind of the goal and where we would like to be.
Excellent. Fantastic. Well, Ben, it's been a pleasure having a catch up with you.
Cool. Thank you so much for having me.